Arsenal Fan TV, Chris, much better performance by the team. You was probably the only positive fan last week when we was talking about Arsenal, and you'd have been pleased to see the performance today. Why haven't they been doing this over the past few weeks? I mean, we'd be right up there.
Did you say the only positive or the only deluded fan?
Well, yeah, you're probably the only deluded fan, but they can do it. They can put performances like this in.
Yeah, I thought in the first half we actually played like champions today, and that makes me happy for today, but sad also that and thinking how we're in this situation. Because we were behind that 8 ball today. We had to win. It was non-negotiable. We should be 8 points clear, not 8 points behind. And we've just been so inefficient this season, in my opinion. But it might actually suit us chasing the leaders rather than, I mean, we're much further behind than I'd obviously like, but rather than leading the pack. So I'm still optimistic. I think Leicester will drop points. You saw against Newcastle at home the other night, they only had one shot on target. I'm not worried about them. I'm more worried about us. But there is cause for optimism. The last 8 games that we've got, we won the 8 corresponding fixtures last season. And also after our European exits in previous years, we have gone on strong runs. If you think of our league form after Monaco, going out to Monaco and Bayern Munich. So, I don't know, this is a streaky team, and this is one of our hardest games in my opinion. I mean, Everton have also been an inefficient team.
I mean, I looked on it and I was like, the real 2 hard games obviously this one, City away, and West Ham. Yep. But I actually looked at it and I thought this was a more difficult game than even City. Yeah. Because out here, we've not won it for a long time.
We haven't won here the last 3 times. We've always struggled against Lukaku. Everton are the 3rd highest scorers in the league this season. This had season-ending defeat written all over it, especially after the past week. But we've come through and played really well today after going out to Barcelona on Wednesday night, and Everton had a whole week free. But I think we're such a much better team with Welbeck up front. I touched upon this with you last week. We're just so much more mobile and dangerous, and Ozil thrives on the pace up front, and Sanchez can come into the game a bit more as well. And I know he's not in the best form, but he definitely plays much better when there's a mobile striker up front. But also Iwobi, I was really pleased for him as well. I mean, he's only played a few games, but him and Joel Campbell, in my opinion, have done so much more than what Theo Walcott has done in the last couple of years on probably a 5th of his wages. But I was also really pleased with the clean sheet today, because it's been a long time since we've kept a clean sheet. Coquelin and El Nene are forming an excellent partnership, in my opinion, similar to Vieira and Petit. Obviously, they're different players.
Steady on now, steady on.
No. I mean, in the way that you saw against Tottenham, right? Nothing was coming through the middle. I mean, they give that defensive shield. I actually have a lot of sympathy with the likes of Mertesacker and Gabriel, because they're not getting that much protection before El Neni came, and I think he's given them a lot more. But there's still reason to be optimistic this season. We've just got to get behind the team. All right.
Brilliant.
A little bit about Arsene Wenger. I feel for him at times, because I think he's been left as a bit of a scapegoat by Mr. Kroenke and Gazidis. And I can tell you that now, if Mr. Gazidis or Stan Kroenke walked around the Emirates, Harry Kane would get further than them two.